Morning, guys. I hope your day is off to a great start. I wanted to see if you know about host coaching letters on Pampered Chef's website. If you haven't putzed around and found some things, you really should, because there's a lot of amazing things on there. So I wanted to show you really quick where to find the host coaching letters, which is under my shows, and then show planning materials. And there's a couple of other things that I use there as well, like the printable labels, and then also the cooking show tallies. So we're just going to kind of look really quick so you can see what is there, and hopefully this is helpful for you. Morning, Amy. I hope you're having a great day. I was actually just talking to my mom about you. How awesome you are. So just a friendly reminder. Okay, so now that I chased a squirrel. All right, so here we go. When you go under my shows and then you go over here to show planning materials, you got two options. So the printable labels, these are awesome, guys. You can print all kinds of different labels to go out on information that you're using. So the ones that I use a lot are the invite labels. That way I can easily put them on the mini catalogs for my live parties or put them on the little postcard invitations so that my hosts don't have to handwrite all of that. And I actually used to mail those for my hosts. I no longer do that. I give them at a live party, I give them the invites or the mini catalogs, and then I come home and I put together these printable labels and I send it to them in the mail. They put it together and they mail it out, or they actually hand them out. So I give them typically 36, and when they pass out all of them, then they get a prize from me. So here's some information. You got your outside order forms, which I send these to my virtual party hosts as well, not just my live party hosts. But check this out. You've got host information and checklists, a party planner so that you can keep up with the details, how to get to the interactive catalog, the cooking show tally. This is so helpful when you're doing a live party, because when I close out the party, like I'm sitting there at the very end, all the guests are gone, or even if a few of them are there, I go through this with them and I leave them, here's your current, what you've got so far, and then I always leave them 2 goal levels. So like, you know, if I leave the party and they're at 400, then I'm going to leave them 600 and 800. We want to shoot big. And then I let them know what bookings they have, the dates, the date that we're going to close out the party, and then we actually, this is huge, we go through this list together and we write down the names of who couldn't be here, who do we need to follow up with, what are their names, who was supposed to be here, who said on Facebook they wanted to order but didn't. Because when you help them put this all in one place, they are more likely to follow up. And that's when I go through my rule of 3 with them, that they need to contact people at least 3 times. Because what are people? Busy. Very busy. So they need a reminder and a refresher to order. Because what are they going to do? They read the message driving down the road, because that's super safe. They read the message while making dinner. They read it at a soccer game. They read it while they're at the grocery store and they can't respond. So they need those friendly reminders, and tell your host and your own little brain, you're not harassing people. It's friendly reminders. And I also say that, guys, because I'm that person. If you don't remind me at midnight before you're closing out your party for another direct sell company, I'm not going to actually order, because I'm busy too and I forget. So don't consider it stalking. Help your host understand. Get out of your own head. It's not stalking. It's helping people remember. The most bummer thing that I have happened is when people contact me 2 days after a party is closed and they want to order and they can't because the party's closed out. And it's because the host felt like they were bothering people, so they didn't follow up. So don't consider follow-ups as a bad thing. Follow-ups are actually something that we do that's very helpful for people, because they want to order a lot of times, but they're busy. Are you busy? Do you miss messages? Do you ever forget to get back with people? Yeah. So take yourself out of your own shoes, put them in others, and consider that. All right, back to what we were doing. So we just went over the cooking show tally form. So there's other things over here, you know, the printable invitations for live parties, the different styles. Super cool. You can go in here and just, oh my gosh, is that not so cute? Fill in the information and send it to your host, and she can email it out or print it out. So the other thing that I want to talk to you about, though, and this is huge, these host coaching letters are here for a reason, and they're gorgeous. Home Office has prepared these for you, so you can go ahead download it to your computer, and then be able to update with your information. Print them off. There's 3 different ones. They're professional looking, obviously. So we got this one pot sausage and kale pasta, and then we've got the third one. Oh, who doesn't love dessert? Yeah, brownies, thank you. So for those that are just joining us, this is under my shows, show planning materials, and then over here we kind of already went through all of this other information, but host coaching letters. So what's the point of the host coaching letters? You want to connect with your host, make sure that they know that this is a partnership. And again, they're busy. I know I say that a lot, but I want to remind you guys that if they're not hearing from you, it is gone out of their minds. And we talk about contacting your host at least once a week, and this is one of the ways that you do it, is by sending these fun little notes to them. So you're sending them a recipe and jot down a quick little note. I'm so excited about your in-home party. Or you can use it with virtual parties that are booked months out. You can send them something along the way, because there's 3 little notes to let them know that you're so excited for their virtual party and just wanted to pass along a recipe. Because it's not only about connecting with your host for the party and keeping it in the forefront of their mind, but also it's great customer service, and everybody loves getting a recipe, right? So if you're not using these, I highly recommend that you use them. I just sent out another one to an upcoming live party that I have in September, and just jotted down a note that I'm super excited to have her party and she's going to be joining the team. So I wanted y'all to know about some of these things, because we get, there's so much stuff that sometimes it's nice to just go through and see where it's at and what it's used for. But Pampered Chef has so many things for us that we don't have to recreate the wheel. And so I hope you're using it, and I would love for you to comment below. I'm already using them, or great, thanks Crystal for just teaching me something new. And then I also have my own it's like a host flyer that I send out. It's another opportunity to connect with them. So I literally try and send something out in the mail once a week, because it's also fun to get something in the mail besides bills and junk. Because most of us, that's all we get in the mail, and we get really excited when there's something else. Or I don't know, maybe I'm just a nerd and I do. But nonetheless, there's the details about it. I'd love to hear below if you're already using it or you plan on starting using it. And I print a ton of them out in bulk, so they're just sitting there, and I actually have 3 little folders that, looky here, letter 1, 2, 3. So they're ready to go. All I have to do is pull them out and put the information on it for my host and pop it in the mail. So it's super easy. And even better is, if you're really, really smart, is go ahead and get all 3 letters ready, all of them addressed. And I love this. Like, I feel so like superpowers for organization for my business when I do it, is get all 3 of them ready. They have dates on them on when I need to send them out. So I get into my office that morning and I automatically know, okay, so today I need to pop this in the mail for Susie Q. I don't even have to think anything of it, and I feel awesome. So I hope that was helpful. And if you guys have any other questions, you can always ask. I love you bunches, and have a wonderful day.